The universal human rights of the United Nations give all children the right to access education. The importance of this right cannot be overemphasized, as education is not only for the development of the child's intellect, but an investment for the future growth and development of a nation. Unless initiatives are taken to educate children, then it is almost a certainty that a nation will remain impoverished and will always be in need of assistance from other nations. Thus, different efforts are being put in place by different governments to ensure that its citizens are educated. When it comes to education in Nigeria, Ogun State has had a pride of place with prominent educationists and intellectuals. This record began to fade out as a result of negligence of the sector over the years. The dream to return education to its lost glory in Ogun State was put into motion as soon as Senator Ibikunle Amosun was sworn into office as the executive governor of the state on May 29, 2011. This has been done through making affordable and qualitative education the first driving force of the 5 cardinal programs of his administration. The drive to revive the educational standard in Ogun State by the present administration has been an ongoing process since it assumed power. The sector has been receiving all the necessary attention it requires to ensure a befitting standard with tremendous successes and accomplishments recorded. Due to the great importance attached to this sector by the Governor Amosun's administration, education received a considerable part of the first budget of this administration. 41.4 billion naira, which is 22% of the 2012 budget tagged Budget to Rebuild, was dedicated to education by the Senator Ibikunle Amosun's administration. That figure has gone up to 43.4 billion naira in the 2013 budget, the highest amount for any of the 5 cardinal programs of His Excellency. This may not be far from the importance attached to educating the children of Ogun State by the governor.
The budget of 2013 is christened, budget of sustainable growth, and it's of course to display that the government in the mission to rebuild Ogun State, you will see that of course there've been a great achievement between the time of the 2012 budget and of course what the proposed budget for 2013. So I will see that of course it's a great achievement. That is why of course there have been a growth, and of course what the government is saying is that sustainable growth.
In any society, if you don't invest in education, you can't do anything. If you don't have educated people, you really cannot achieve your agenda. So our investment in education is deliberate. It's not a mistake. It's the right thing to do. Get your people educated. That's when they can compete for jobs. That's when they can open businesses. That's when the state can move forward. So it's the right focus. And Ogun State, if you look at the history of Ogun State, the thing that distinguishes Ogun State from any other state was its education. And we have to go back to those days so that we can move the state forward.
Tagged the Budget for Sustainable Growth, the budget is expected to consolidate and ensure sustainability of all the successes already recorded by this administration in the education sector. Among the various achievements so far recorded are renovation and reconstruction of dilapidated blocks of classrooms in more than 200 schools all over the 3 senatorial districts of the state, 100 of which were completed within the first 100 days in office of the Senator Amosun's administration. Free and compulsory education for all pupils of government-owned primary and secondary schools across the state. Purchase and distribution of 2 billion naira worth of textbooks of all the subjects in the curriculum of the state-owned primary and secondary schools to the pupils and students. Flag off of distribution of school bags to the pupils and students. Construction of model schools across the 3 senatorial districts in the state, which is still ongoing, among others. All these efforts have greatly increased the intake of students and pupils in various schools in the state.
Free education. because it is the most important in all of the things that I think we did. And today, I'm happy to report that we are having challenges. Challenges in the sense that as we speak, we have requests in excess of 3,000 applications everybody wants to move. And we've asked them, write your application, let us have. From even all the neighboring states, they want to come to the states. And what does that tell us? It tells us that at least somehow we are getting it right.
However, as much as the state government is ready to shoulder majority of the required responsibilities of its children's education, it still needs the support and cooperation of the citizens, particularly the parents and teachers, to complement all that it is aiming to achieve. In line with this, the government has received keen support from the Parents Teachers Association in the state. This association serves as an avenue for discussions about a variety of educational issues. It also provides a powerful mediating function with neutral forums for resolving conflicts that could arise in schools. Through the PTA, the parents realize what goes on into the workings of a school, the problems, and how it can be overcome through the participation and cooperation of all. One of the very common issues with the PTA all over the Federation is the payment of what is referred to as the PTA levy. Ogun State is not an exemption. This levy, which does not go to the government pocket, has always been an issue with the parents who believe that since the state government has made education free in the state, they need not pay anything again. To clarify this issue and further enlighten the general public, especially parents and teachers, on the programs of this administration in the education sector, the State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology organized town hall meetings and sensitization program for all local government areas in the state. At the town hall meeting with the members of the PTA at Ifo and Iwekoro local government areas, the Honorable Commissioner for Education noted the objectives of the meeting.
Ìdí tí a fi wá tí a fi ṣe gbogbo meeting ni pé àkọ́kọ́ a fẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn òbí wa mọ̀ àti àwọn olùkọ́ wa mọ̀ pé ìjọba ti gómìnà wa Senator Ìbíkúnlé Amósùn free education ni wọ́n ṣe. Free education and qualitative ni.
He spoke on the free and qualitative education, the free textbooks and exercise books provided by the government and the free tuition. He further outlined the importance of the Parents Teachers Association and why private schools cannot compete with what the present government of Senator Ìbíkúnlé Amósùn has been doing in the state and the results of these efforts. The meeting served as a forum for the parents and members of the community to learn more about the operations of the Ministry of Education and why the ministry needs the Parents Teachers Association. There was a forum for questions and contributions from the parents.
Mo fẹ́ afẹ́kẹ́jọ bá parí ètò àwọn ọmọ kékeré. Ìkejì, àwọn tó máa bá cross àwọn system yẹn, a ní àwọn èèyàn àti fún civil defense anybody. Àwọn tí àyè ṣe wàhálà gidi lójoojúmọ́, wọn ò rí àyè láti kọ́ wọn class. Wọ́n mọ̀ sáré fún wọn ẹjọ́ bá fún ní àwọn tó máa kọ́ wọn cross. And don't cross.
The PTA members spoke on the town hall meeting and how important it is. Though the state government is providing free and qualitative education for the people of Ogun State, the parents teachers levies are used to run affairs peculiar to their memberships in the schools. This town hall meeting was replicated in all the 20 local government areas of Ogun State. While at Agoiwoye, where the meeting took place for the people of Ijebu North and Remo North local government, the commissioner used the opportunity to monitor the unified examination held in various public schools in the state. The unified examinations were introduced by the present administration in its first year. He also inspected a block of classroom under construction at the Tori Comprehensive High School. In complementing the efforts of this administration in its drive to restore the glory of the education sector in the state, the wife of the state governor, Mrs. Olufunso Amosun, is also not leaving any stone unturned to reward brilliant students and encourage others to take their education serious. In this regard, the First Lady put together a program tagged Uplifting the SS3 Students, where the best student who excelled in the 2012 Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination in each of the 20 local government areas of Ogun State got the opportunity to fly to the United Kingdom for a 2-week leadership program, all expenses paid.
The purpose of the prize is to motivate students to do better in exams. I strongly believe that because of the prize, that students will be motivated to do better in forthcoming exams. And this is the total concept of uplifting SS3 students.
The first step was the Certificate of Excellence presented to the students by the First Lady and the Commissioner of Education, Ogun State, Barrister Shegun Dubela. Before the departure of the students for the United Kingdom, prayers were offered for a safe journey and a successful and fruitful trip.
In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed.
After the prayers and encouraging words, the students embarked on their trip. On the day of their return, Her Excellency Mrs. Olufunso Amosun was again on ground at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, to receive the lucky students. She further explains why she chose a leadership training abroad for the students.
I'm not in for frivolous projects. I wanted them to go for a meaningful program. I mean, they are here and you probably like to interview a few of them. They had lots of lessons, but I believe they had lots of fun as well. Yes. So it wasn't all training. They did get fun in as well, but I wanted it to be a meaningful program for them.
Right. So any message for the younger ones out there?
Well, the younger ones or the others coming behind, this is a promise fulfilled. I wasn't just talking when I was advertising, saying that anybody who did the best in each of our local government areas would be accompanying me on a leadership program. You've seen it done. You've seen the set before you. I'm saying to you out there, study hard. Maybe next year it will be you.
A brief Thanksgiving meeting was held on their return at the First Lady's office to thank God for their safe return. This is just the beginning. According to the First Lady, scholarships will be given to the students who choose to school in higher institutions in Ogun State as from next year. She still encouraged the kids to do more.
Because you are students of excellence, students that have excelled, if you do go into an institution in Ogun State or wherever you decide to go, be it in Nigeria, and you do pass in flying colors, you can gain a scholarship into any university outside the shores of Nigeria, and I will assist you as much as possible. So what I'm saying to you is still in the vein of motivation. I'm motivating you to do more. Don't let it stop here. Continue in your academic excellence. Strive to do more. Strive to excel further. This excellence shall be recognized.
It is sure that the administration of Senator Ibikunle Amosun is not taking the mission to restore back the lost glory of education in the state, likely with all its various programs in the sector. Surely, the mission to rebuild is in full motion. The efforts of the Ogun State government under the State Ministry of Education to carry along parents and teachers of students and pupils in all the state-owned secondary and primary schools in the state is being recognized and appreciated. Some members of the Parents Teachers Association spoke on the issues arising at the recent town hall meetings organized by the ministry.
A lot of parents have misconstrued the purpose that because it is free, government should buy uniform. Government should even begin to come to their house and give them food and whatever. This is not the purpose. It is not to make the parents to be negligent. It is to make them to be more responsible. So we are at this town hall meeting for two reasons. One, to sensitize them on the need to be part of educating their children. That's number one. And number two, they should be there to help the students. The students will only spend 5 hours or maximally 8 hours during the day. The remaining hours out of 24 hours is spent at home. They have to be there.
As for me, I really appreciate the comment of the commissioner, because parents need to intervene into this budget, especially what they are doing in the school. You cannot expect the government to do everything for us. We need the parents to assist us, because the government cannot come at the same time to do everything for us. The commissioner needs to appeal to the parents to help us to cooperate with the teachers and the head teachers in our school. It will make everything to go on smoothly and for the development of the children.
Also, the beneficiaries of the Uplifting the SS3 Students program of the First Lady, Mrs. Olufunso Amoso, spoke on the privilege of having the opportunity to leave the shores of Nigeria to the United Kingdom.
I'm very happy. I've never been out of the country, so this is my first time.
I feel very happy, very excited. I'm overwhelmed with joy.
We were taught a lot of stuff, because they actually taught us how to be bold when you're speaking. As you can see right now, I'm really bold. I can confront the camera and talk. We were taught how to speak. Then we were taught that as a leader, everything is your idea. You have to bring out new ideas. You have to lead people. You have to take people along. So I think the main purpose why Her Excellency Ms. Olufunso Amoso did this was because we can see the state of the country. She actually took us there to see the way things are going, to receive lectures from whites, the British people, and also learn how to put all those things in practice. And now we've come back with that mission to make Nigeria a better place, and we hope God helps us in Jesus' name.
The principals of the concerned students are also very happy with this gesture of the First Lady.
What our mommy is doing is to reward excellence.